Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. We'll get to the Obama-Trump meeting today in a moment. Pretty interesting stuff. But first, is there a civil war brewing in the USA? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. As we mentioned last night, the voters rebelled, and Donald Trump won the presidency because of that rebellion. Just a few hours after the election was called, though, some anti-Trump protesters took to the streets. Nothing major, but the spectacle got intense in Oakland. The main beef seems to be that left-wing protesters don't respect an honest election. By the way, that's a hallmark around the world. Every communist and socialist takeover from Cuba to Venezuela to Soviet Russia back in the early 20th century featured violence and assaults on freedom. Here in the USA, we honor protest, but increasingly, we are seeing people who want our system destroyed.
If we don't fight, who's going to fight for us? People had to die for the freedom where we're at today. We can't just do rallies. We have to fight back. There will be casualties on both sides. There will be, because people have to die to make a change in this world. But Trump, enough with your racism. Stop splitting families. Don't split my family.
Now, do I believe that woman wants to kill people? No, I don't. I think she's simply hysterical. But there are people, agitators, who do want to hurt you, who do not believe the way you do.
A lot of us, especially I think as young people, are really shocked and not okay with this decision, not okay with our system. We're here to speak out. We're here to really create the revolution that we know is possible.
Now, that woman's a moron. The revolution is going the other way, as we saw when almost 60 million Americans voted for Trump, a man with no political experience. That ballot box protest was peaceful. It's the way our republic works. No one was hurt, no one terrorized, no one killed. Unfortunately, our system is not being respected in many American public schools. More than 1,000 students walked out of Berkeley High School in California. Well, that's disgraceful. And in San Francisco, there's talk that the state of California should secede from the union.
I would love to see us become our own country in a way, you know, the Republic of California, because it feels so surreal. It feels unreal.
Well, it sounds like the South before the Civil War, does it not? Finally, the race hustlers are very angry, chief among them Al Sharpton, who despises Donald Trump.
But he cannot say he did not run a campaign that has created a lot of racial fears and a lot of divisiveness, and he played to the crowd and he knew what he was playing
For
to.
sure.
I know him here in New York. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was playing to the worst elements. We need to analyze, this man's going to be president, and all that many of us have fought for all our life is at stake, and we're not going down without a fight. Donald needs to know that.
So what kind of fight, Al? Are you going to encourage violence like you've done in the past? Are you going to spout hatred, which is one of your trademarks? Are you going to divide Americans along racial lines, which has made you a fortune? I'd like to see Al Sharpton run for office, and we find out what kind of constituency he really hears, not puppets at some cable network. All right. On the racial front, Talking Points has analyzed the vote on Tuesday. We found that more than 1 million African Americans stayed home as compared to 2012. The stats are these. There were about 15.6 million votes cast by blacks. In 2012, that number was 16.7 million. The effect was devastating on the Democrats as Trump won Wisconsin by just 27,000 votes. In Michigan, he's ahead by only 12,000 votes. And in Pennsylvania, Trump won by 68,000 votes. Had black Americans voted the same way they did in 2012, say hello to President Hillary Clinton. The reason some African Americans did not turn out is that a number of them simply don't trust Hillary Clinton. On the Donald Trump front, He got 13% of the black male vote, as opposed to Mitt Romney getting 11% in 2012. Black females supported Trump to the tune of 4%, as opposed to 3% last time around. So Trump outperformed Romney by 3 points among black Americans. Summing up, Talking Points respects sincere protest. If you believe Donald Trump is not good for America, I have no problem with you displaying that opinion. However, if you hurt someone, destroy something, or promote anarchy, you then become a danger to the republic. That kind of stuff needs to be punished, and quickly. Also, we are living in an amazingly destructive, politically correct environment here in America. Just because something offends you doesn't mean you have the right to hurt or destroy. The new president might want to make that very clear. And if you don't like it, Canada and Mexico are nearby. They might be happy to have you. Then again, they might not. And that's a memo.